kind of crazy, this IV port. Then I had a bag of fluid tied in the trailer, because in the trailer I could tie Chipper. Man, Kick, she just loved to be loved. But I could tie Chipper up and she wouldn't go down, because when Good morning, farm friends. It's Alan here on the farm on Route 66. It's been a tough week around here. Those of you that have been following our channel maybe watched my live yesterday. Blake's friend ran away from home and has been gone for 3 days, and now it's turned into an investigation because they're afraid maybe he's got a ride with somebody, and we live right on the interstate. So anyway, pray for Jarrett, keep praying for Jarrett. But not only that, we were just sad that Blake had left, and then Jarrett ran away. And then yesterday morning I go to check on Chipper, and I had put Chipper in a pasture. When we went to the airport, I wanted to just take care of, I like to take care of the animals and make sure they're situated well when we go out of town or whatever. So I put her out on a pasture with Lily and Lil, and they had plenty of feed. But I thought, you know what, I need to go check on them. And I went to check, and Chipper was laying down and kind of thrashing, and I was like, oh no, is she in labor? That was my first thought. Well, I went over there, and I knew she was still a couple weeks away from probably being in labor, but she was colicking. And so yesterday I had to run her to the vet and make sure we got her the help that she needed, and we had to put in an IV port, and I had an IV bag in the trailer. And anyway, it's been a mess, but the good thing is she's doing a lot better today, but she's still just not quite herself. Then with all that going, so searching for our friend, taking care of Chipper, then someone messages us with a picture of our dog Missy, and they said, hey, isn't this Missy? And we're like, yeah, where is she? Well, with the fireworks, even though the 4th of July is over, people just doing their personal fireworks, she had run off, and the animal control had got her. So we're like, really? It's just crazy, everything that's been going on. But we have Missy back, and Chipper's doing better. And yesterday, as things were going kind of tough, I listened to a quote from a prophet that says, untested faith really isn't faith at all. And I thought, that's a good quote. You know, it's easy to have faith when everything's going perfectly, but sometimes when things aren't going so perfectly, it's definitely a test of our faith. Another one of my talks that I really like is, it talks about having faith to be healed, but then it says, but do you have faith to not be healed? Sometimes God's answer is, you know what, that's probably not the answer I'm going to give you right now. So anyway, but I am grateful. It's been the answer so far for Chipper. So let me show you what's going on here. So there's Missy. She's back to her old self. Well, she's always her old self, but her and Jasper smell a lizard, and they're going after it. But we're happy to have Missy back on the farm. And Jasper will be getting a haircut next week. We've had this appointment scheduled for weeks, and it's finally gonna happen. So you're gonna see a doggy transformation next week, a doggy makeover. So all right, well, here we go. Isn't Kick 66 looking good? And I am so excited about what's gonna happen with Kicks. We'll tell you more about that. I'll give you a hint. I've got a special guest coming to the farm on Monday. Her name is Amory Palmer, so go check out her channel. A-M-R-Y. A-M-R-Y. Amory Palmer. She's my cousin, and she's an amazing trainer. And so start guessing what's going on here. And here's Chipper. And she's back to eating and having bowel movements. But she has this IV port in. And I will take that out today. So grateful to Dr. Reedhead, who was so helpful. She even got me another bag of fluid brought to the house yesterday. Can't thank her enough for that. Come on, Kix, what do you think, boy? You're sure a pretty boy, aren't you? Kix is just awesome. I'm so excited, and excited about the idea that Amory and I are working on. So there you go. That's a little teaser for that. But kind of crazy, this IV port. Then I had a bag of fluid tied in the trailer, because in the trailer I could tie Chipper. Man, Kix, she just loved to be loved. But I could tie Chipper up and she wouldn't go down, because when they're colicking they want to lay down and roll all the time. And then oh, you have a tear coming out your eye. Anyway, I need to clean her eye out. So she's looking great. I hope the baby's still okay. All that thrashing around was not a pleasant sight. Casey and I were both in tears yesterday. This is Casey's horse. So that's what's been going on here on the farm. As you have heard, it's kind of crazy. So compared to Jarrett being or missing none of the other stuff, I mean, yeah, when I say it doesn't matter, it does. Chipper's like family to us, but it really puts into perspective human life and relationships, and I can't even imagine how Jarrett's family's feeling right now. And it's just so bizarre, because it's just not his personality to, yeah, any kid could get a little upset at their parents when they're a 16-year-old boy. I thought he was 17, but he's 16. But oh, let me show you this gate real quick. Sorry to get distracted. I have two things down here by our little picnic area that come from Grandpa's. And one is this gate. My grandpa on my mom's side, so my grandpa Lamro, had these gates on his farm, and they're so cool because I can be coming out here to the arena, and there you go. I just walk right in, and yet the horses don't come out, and it's awesome. So I love this gate. And so oops, I stepped on the dog's foot. Anyway, so one of these was salvaged from my grandma and grandpa Lamro's old farm, and I got it, and it's been something I treasure. I just think it's cool. And it really is convenient to not have to go through a gate or open a gate or whatever. The kids, Blake and Casey, put up their hammocks right before Blake left and enjoyed chilling out here. And the other thing is from my other grandpa, my grandpa Palmer and grandma Palmer. They had a house in Flagstaff, Arizona, and it burnt down. And this shell of a fireplace was sitting in their backyard for years after they rebuilt. And I was like, Grandpa, could I take that? And he's like, sure. So I brought it here and we put rock around it. And this is just a place we love to hang out as a family, cook s'mores, have a barbecue, and all that stuff. But like I was saying, it really puts things in perspective. As much as we love animals, and as tough as it's been to have a dog go to be taken by animal control, no fault of our own. Missy likes to stay here on the farm, but those fireworks scared her off the farm, and then we lost her for a few hours, and then thinking we might lose Chipper, but really to lose a kid, I can't even imagine. So again, we're not trying to belabor this point, other than a lot of you watch our channel, and we've been so blessed by that, by your friendship, and just by the great blessing it is to have connected with people around the world. But now, well, Vicky will put up his picture again here. This is Jarrett. Google his name. Kindest, most loving kid you'll ever meet, and we've got to find him and bring him home. So God bless. I've got to get going, but I hope you haven't minded me just kind of telling you all the crazy stuff going on. All of this has distracted us from our feelings of being homesick for Blake. We haven't had time to hardly think about it, but we know Blake is in Mexico City. He's doing well, and he did get to call me on my birthday for a few minutes, and he said, Dad, I'm loving it. It's amazing down here. So God bless and take care.